The goal for this Alaska trip for us is to boondock as much as we possibly can. It's the whole reason we put the batteries up or in. Got the inverter, so we've got all that kind of squared away. We really want to see how much we can kind of boondock. So part of that, I think, is if you're going to be there for a few days and kind of live comfortably, you have to conserve water, but we got to be able to get water, and I don't want to have to move the rig if we need water. So got this big 50-gallon water bladder. I think we're going to look at this today, fold it up or unfold it in the back of the truck and see what we can figure out with it, how it looks, how it's going to work, and hopefully put a little water in it and make sure it doesn't leak. You're not peeing without a dog. The little dog does not like the camera in her face. Male does. That's why she's eating some cereal. So we got our trip poster, our mile poster planner trip, put up here on the wall so we can keep track of everything, because we're inching week by week closer to getting out of here and headed towards the final frontier, Alaska. After midnight. This will probably be, turn around, Mel. So I think, though, realistically, before we get into the water bladder and looking at that this will probably be the last video we put out for a couple of weeks, because we got a lot of stuff going on. I travel back home to do some stuff with the kids before we get back out here and head to Alaska. But make sure you stick around. We might be gone for a couple of weeks, but we'll start putting stuff out again pretty soon. So
very soon.
Very soon. It's going to be epic, so make sure you stick around for that. But right now, we're going to go outside and kind of put this up in the back of the truck and see how it's going to work out. So yeah, I bought this 63 gallon, supposed to be, I'm not 100% sure on that because I haven't measured it full, but 63 gallon bladder tank lets us fill it up from a dump station or potable water, and then take it back and pump it out through this valve back into the RV. But we're slowly putting some water in it right now just to make sure that it doesn't leak. So let's go ahead and get it filled up and we'll see how it does. I'm not really sure. Neighbors are coming back. Busy night in the campground tonight. All right, so we do in fact have a bladder full of water. I don't think we've got like 63 gallons of water, but so we're gonna let it sit for a while, see if it kind of holds. Make sure it doesn't have any leaks. Doesn't appear to right now. Got a nice ball valve right there. Awesome. All right, so after having this bladder filled up with water last night and left it in there for a while, no leaks, I am convinced that this thing holds at least 50 gallons, if not a little bit more. So that is great. Like I said, no leaks. It's easy to fill up, easy to drain, but I've got one issue with it. Turning it around, let you see what that is, but I think it's a pretty easy fix. So all in all, it seems to be made out of pretty sturdy material. Like I said, I'm going to get a rubber mat to put down in the bed so it don't cause any damage on the bottom of it. This PVC ball valve on the end here, it works great. This is, and it comes with this pipe adapter that you screw in here. Then you have to put some type of hose on there. And I could use our water bandit to go on there to attach to a garden hose. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get a pipe thread to garden hose adapter just to put in here. That way I don't have to worry about this. Keep it just, you never know what's going to happen. But I prefer not to have this in the mix anywhere. But other than that, I think it's a pretty good buy. So we're going to wrap that up. If we can use that a couple of times on the road, then I think we'll be well worth the money. If we can use it somewhere where we're boondocking and fill up a tank without having to move the rig, then I think we will be much better off for staying in boondocking areas and saving a great deal of money. So that is the absolute goal. Well, like we said in the beginning of this video, this may be our last video for the next couple of weeks, but that's okay. We're making the last little push to get to Alaska to start our trip, our journey north with our friends. So if you want to help support us along the way, make sure you go check out our other playlists. We got a lot of videos out. Sure, you can find something that'll spark your interest. Make sure you leave a comment on it. So, all right, guys, we'll see you in a couple of weeks on our way for the big adventure.